Welcome, dear brothers and sisters, to our Orthodox channel. The Cherubic hymn is one of the most profound and mysterious moments of the Divine Liturgy. It is precisely at this point that we, simple people, become like the angels. During the singing of the Cherubic hymn, we hear the following words: "We who mystically represent the cherubim," that is, mystically in the soul. In becoming like the cherubim, we prepare to stand before the throne of God. That is why everything must fall silent in this moment. No movement, no words, no unnecessary actions. As soon as the Cherubic hymn begins, we cease all movement in the church. We no longer light candles, approach icons, kiss the cross, or look for anyone with our eyes. Silence must reign in the temple. This is not merely silence. It is a prayerful presence. The lips are silent, the body is still, and only the heart speaks. At the words, "We who mystically represent the cherubim," we simply stand in silence, focused and reverent. Then we hear the next words of the hymn: "Let us now lay aside all earthly cares." At this point, we make the sign of the cross once and gently bow our heads. This is a sign that we are truly setting aside all that is earthly. We no longer think of the mundane, do not fidget, do not adjust our clothing, and do not look around. We are standing before God. Then the royal doors open, and the great entrance begins. The priests and deacon come forth with the gifts, the body and blood of Christ, not yet consecrated. They come out facing the people and proceed through the church to the altar. In this moment, prayers are offered for the entire church. For peace in the world, for the church, for our nation, for the armed forces, for the authorities, for the bishop celebrating the liturgy, for all those present, and for those whom we carry in our hearts. It is a very special moment because although the Cherubic hymn is still being sung, we are already able to offer prayer for our loved ones, relatives, friends, and for our own or others' needs. While the church is lifting up prayers, each of us can silently place our name or request into this holy procession. But here too there must be no fuss. We cross ourselves once, make a gentle bow, and freeze. We do not repeat bows, we do not cross ourselves again. We simply stand like people welcoming the King. While the clergy pass by, we do not move, we do not turn around, and we do not speak. This is not a time for physical action, but a time for inner presence. When the priest re-enters the altar, the royal doors are closed. The Cherubic hymn ends, but we continue to stand, quietly, inwardly, attentively, for the consecration of the gifts is ahead. And it is especially important to note, we do not kneel during the Cherubic hymn. The Divine Liturgy of St. John Chrysostom is served standing. We are not in repentance. We are standing in awe and gratitude before the King. Now let us summarize. From the beginning of the Cherubic hymn to the end of the great entrance, we cross ourselves twice. Once at the words, "Let us now lay aside all earthly cares." And once more when the clergy come out with the gifts. We bow once, also during the great entrance. Most of the time we stand in complete silence, without unnecessary gestures. We do not cross ourselves before or after unless there is a strong inner need. We do not light candles, move around, or speak. The Cherubic hymn is not the time for physical activity. It is the time when we are called to become a pure heart and a silent presence before God, together with the cherubim. In silence, in reverence, in that very silence in which the Lord Himself speaks.